Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video here, we're going through about Nevette and also the SSR Diting as well. The name is like what? The Lumi Warden Diting, while the other name is just like Tiamat, Rosa, Bor, all this thing. So we're gonna take a look first. So this is the model of Nevette, and okay, it's okay, alright, it's pretty nice overall, and the Wuwa sign there is still on the lake. Okay, then Prolus, let's take a look here. Prolus is effect accuracy and effect resistant. Okay, the effect accuracy here is good, but effect resistant is like, do you really need it? I think she's more like a CC DPS, right? Getting a crit rate here probably is better other than effect accuracy. But we can take a look now. S1, 2 hit of multiplier 150% is good. 15% chance to petrified, alright, but 2 hits, right? Every hit here 15% chance. I would say the chance is actually lower than I expected, but 15% chance for 2 times is actually okay, it's decent enough. Then Nevette cannot crit when dealing damage for every 1% accuracy, have increased damage against disadvantaged bosses. Increase damage against, okay, so this one is for PvE, right? Against the elemental disadvantaged bosses by 0.75% and ignore 0.25% of the target's defense. Okay, then if the target is under CC or is an elemental disadvantaged boss, ignore 0.45% of their defense state. This passive effect of accuracy is capped at 200%. Shell does not trigger this passive. Right, so basically only go up to 200%, so you can basically double the chances, right? So if the boss is not, if the target is not on crowd control, then your damage, your defense ignore is 50%. But if the target is on crowd control, then you ignore 90%, right? 90% of the defense state. This is actually very good. Like, but you need to have a condition under crowd control. But now the wording is actually confusing me, right? Is it gonna be only for PvE boss? Because he did mention like the elemental disadvantage, right? It did not like, is it only limited to PvE? Let me check in the Chinese version. Yeah, in Chinese version it also says the boss unit. So I want to know that, is this only for boss unit, or is it like enemy in PvE, PvP also counts? Because in Chinese here it mentioned the same thing, basically like it will increase the damage output against the elemental disadvantage boss damage, and then also ignore the target's defense. But it did not mention like, why they mention boss? Like, can I still use it for PvP? I'm not sure for this part. So if you guys have any like better understanding, you can let me know. But for now, why they did mention like only bosses, or is it like including all the target, which is including for PvP content? Okay, then S2 here is a 3 hit of 160% multiplier, so 3 hit is 480%. Every hit with a 65% chance to steal 1 buff is decent, high enough chance to steal a buff. If target no buff, you do additional 60%. Alright, S2 looks like a main DPS output. Then AoE CC here is 3 hit of 160%, so 480% multiplier as well. Every hit here have a 50% chance to apply block. 25, whoa, that is actually pretty low. 25% chance to inflict 1 turn of petrified, but 3 hit of 25%, you're basically gambling, right? 25% chance, but you have 3 hit. Let me see on Nahor. Nahor is how many? 2 hit of 45%. You want a 2 hit of 45% or 3 hit of 25%. This is actually basically gambling, but 3 hit is actually good enough chance. So the upgrade here is block for 2 turn, petrified to the 25%. So you have to level up until level 4 for the S3. This one here I think is okay. Then S1 here, defense ignore. So this plays an important role. You need to S1 as well. How about your speed? Where's your speed? Your speed is at S3, alright, so basically we need to lattice her until level 4 stage, and then here gives you the attack, then here if you want to get additional effect accuracy. Okay, but what I'm curious is still the passive, like this, how this passive works, because if they did mention like bosses stuff, it feels weird to actually read from it, but probably it's just my understanding. Okay, then the Lumi Warden with Diting, let's take a look. Right, in game wise the model is okay. It's not like as good as the AI art outside here, but in model wise it's actually okay. It looks muscular. Alright, then Prolus, let's take a look. Is effect accuracy and resist as well. Okay, effect accuracy and resist makes sense for Diting, but doesn't make sense for Nevette. Okay, S1, 360% of defense skilling, 25% chance to extend all the skill cooldown by 1 turn. Alright, reduce turn meter reduction effect on all allies by 80%. This is so big, 80%. What is the base kit? Because this is fully upgrade, right? I'm curious, like, what is the base kit of this? But 80%. Basically, if you're gonna reduce the target's turn meter by 100%, let's say like using Holden or Lilith, right? You reduce a lot of the turn meter, then you reduce 80%, so you only turn meter down like 20%. If you turn meter down the enemy like 30%, then it will reduce like 24% of it, so you only turn meter down the enemy 6%. Your 30% turn meter down becomes 6% turn meter down, and Plume can just push it back easily from the 8%. This is crazy. Like, this thing here, 80% is actually higher than what I thought. I thought it's gonna be like 30% or 40%. It's already annoying enough, and this is actually 80%. S2, 3 hits, 160% of defense skilling. Each hit here is 30% to decrease the target's turn meter by 35%. So you have 2 hit, right? 3 hit of 30%, and you can reduce 35%. So it's basically a turn meter down of 105% if you hit all the turn meter down. Then the S2 looks so much better than the Nevette one. Then you inflict 2 turns of taunt. Dang. The Diting's kit looks so much better than Nevette in a way. You know, like the control, the scaling, all this thing, the chances to apply the turn meter down effect, the taunt effect is actually even higher as well, 35% chance to taunt, while Nevette one is like 15% or 25%. Then this one here, AoE damage, 2 hit of 170%, so it's 340 multiplier. Defense skilling, every hit have a 50% chance to afflict speed and torpor. So torpor is unable to gain turn meter. Wow, unable to gain turn meter plus effect. So this is a very good counter against like Plume, against like Freya, all this thing. If you actually manage to cast this S3 first to apply speed down and torpor, then they cannot gain turn meter effect. I think Diting here might actually be good against Reaper Step as well in a way, because I'm thinking in a turn 1 playstyle, right? So if I build Diting very fast and I cast S3, apply speed down and torpor, then I will counter their turn meter push effect. For example, like full shield turn meter push effect, like Reaper Step, all these things. But first thing I need to land the torpor. Okay, then after that I'll apply this special buff to all allies for 3 turns. Each time damage is taken, blocks the damage equals to 110% of Diting's defense. Reduce the damage taken to a minimum of 20% of the original damage. Wow, Diting is just so cracked. Like, if I have this unit in my turn 1, I will be able to survive the turn 2 player's counter attack damage. But if turn 2 player having this unit and cast the S3, I'm pretty sure all my damage into their team is going to be so low and probably not even able to kill them if Diting managed to cast the S3, because he needs to cast the S3 first. Wow, why do I feel like Diting's kit is a lot more better than Nevette one in a way? But I need to test them like in real life to actually see that how they actually work. But Nevette one, I'm actually confused, like why they did mention about the bossing thing. So is it only for the boss, or also include the PvP content? Alright, then the chances is 25%. I think it's okay, but 3 hit, right? Overall, the chances why like Diting one is a lot more higher in terms of like the applying the turn meter down, applying the taunt effect, all these things, higher chance than Nevette. I will try to summon both 1 copy first and see how it goes, because I want to test them. Then after test them, then we will see how it will go. So far, both of them looks very solid in the kit. For sure, I'm going to get 1 copy of Nevette to have the CC, right? The Petrified and also block, and also able to defense ignore. Basically, she can do damage as well. The speed is also okay. 124 is actually decent enough. And then while Diting one is 125, slightly faster than Nevette. 125 is almost as fast as Lily, almost. Alright, Lily is 127, so it's only like 2 speed difference, but it's a lot more faster than the other pusher. Let's say like the most common one is Tsukyomi. 122 is already faster in terms of base speed, and then like let's say Mia here for the turn meter down 121, so their speed is on paper, on base, is already faster. Okay, both kit is very solid. I think the Diting ones actually have a more potential for turn 2 and turn 1, but it looks very annoying, very disgusting, and I think that this Diting unit might be a very good counter against Ray Mary, cause Ray Mary do the AoE damage. If I actually cast this, then I can actually block a lot of the damage from Ray Mary, then probably I can able to survive. And applying Torpor with the other current meta teams like Plume and also what's that called? Plume and also Ayaya can also counter very well. Then there's a few small update here. For the first thing is about the shop here, right? You come to your summon shop, you're gonna see the 2 dice. One is the first dice is for you to reconfigure all the sub attribute and the upgrade result as well. This one they already give us 3 for free, and then this one, the red color one, is for you to reshuffle every upgrade you have. So you keep all the sub attribute, but then you reshuffle the upgrade result. But then this one here needs 2000 of your summon currency, and the blue one needs 500 of the currency. But I don't really suggest you guys to actually use 2000 to purchase this, because you'll want to save for 3000 to purchase the perfect lattice, and you don't really want to spend it on the dice. Alright, I think this is actually for the whale thing. When they have additional currency, they can actually spend it on the dice, but for most majority of us, I don't think it's really a wise thing to go for. Then the rest here remain the same, like all the currency, the Stella shop, Anima shop as well, the module shop as well. But module shop here, there's a new thing called rewind chip. It's for you to refresh the shop here for free, but then it looks like there's no like rewind chip at the moment. I can't really see where's the rewind chip. Like weekly pack here, they did mention that they will implement it here, but at least for now I don't see where is the method to get the chip. Okay, but the module shop here, there's a new thing for you to refresh the shop if you actually have it. And then the summon shop here can let you buy the dice for you to reshuffle your sub attribute and for you to gamble a little bit. Alright, then when you come to inventory, they extend the inventory already. Instead of 3000, they extend it to 4000, and this is the option for you to use the dice. So there's 2 dice. So let's take this for example. If I press on this, there's 2 dice. The one that the blue one we have, it will reshuffle everything. So now currently I have a green speed, then probably I won't even have a speed because it will reshuffle everything into a random attribute. While the red color one, it will remain everything here, and they will reshuffle the upgrade result. And you can probably gamble and see what is the final upgrade result if you don't really like it. But I won't suggest you to actually use it to gamble for speed, because it's very low chance. You want to probably gamble on something that doesn't spread nicely. Let's say you have something like speed, crit rate, crit damage, and attack bonus. Alright, then let's say something like this. If you want it to actually go for more crit damage instead of attack bonus, then you can actually gamble on something like this. It's actually have a better value overall. That's just my suggestion. Right, so basically that's all for the current update, and also the 2 new Animus as well. What do you guys think about the 2 new Animus? And see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.